Hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Bravely Default 2. Last time, we spent some time in the Serpent's Grotto with Martha, helping out with Gwillem's injuries after he helped us escape from the airship. We also went and fought some rare monsters, and then went and wrapped up Orpheus's and Annie Hall's storylines in Savalon, officially closing out both Rheimdall and Savalon for good in terms of quests. Today, we are starting here in Inderno, as there are two side quests for us here today that don't take place here at all, and will in fact lead us to Holograd, which is where we're going to be spending pretty much the majority of our day here today. So, let's go ahead and get started. Huh? Dang it, blast it! Emergency measures. Emergency! Emergency! I need 5 bloom spring stones, quick on the double. No time to explain, just get to it! We get 5 wizard robes. We need to kill Gyukis to get these bloom spring stones. And then there's another quest outside of Inderno that I want to grab. Going to be very, very important. There is going to be an optional dungeon that we tackle today. The last one of its kind, actually. A divine duel. I'm telling you, if you run into Zeus, you should run for your life. No human stands a chance against him. We're better off just praying that he leaves us alone. Defeat Zeus is another rare monster side quest. We'll get a Dalmatica if we take him down. We will be doing that today. But first things first, we need to head to Holograd and deal with these Gyukis. Something important that I should probably do. Also, if you want to know, Zeus is to the very northern end of Holograd. Again, I'll tackle him in just a second. But one thing I do need to do is go into Holograd itself and grab another quest pertaining to this optional dungeon, which will be right over here. And let's grab this real quick.
Well now, what is this I see before me? Yes, you are a rare bird indeed, my friend. Ho, ho, ho.
Who, me?
Yes, the light that pours from you is really quite something to behold. Oh, yes.
You can really see light coming off of me?
Yes, bright light, strong light. Oh. These eyes may not see as you see, but see they do. Oh, yes. We all give off light, you see. Or I see, rather. Oh. But light as bright as yours, young man? Only once before have I seen it, and long ago. Yes, they were travelers too. Of one such as you, I can ask this, yes? There is a certain monster deep in the bowels of a certain volcano. Perhaps you would vanquish it for me,
A monster in a volcano? Where do you even hear about something like that, if you don't mind me asking?
Hear about it? No, I saw it, boy. Saw it with my own 2 eyes. A great shadow. Off it flew toward the mountain of fire, yes. And this is not the first time, no. The fiend has returned, I am sure of it, yes. Drawn back by you, perhaps, by the sight of your bright white light. You will go, yes? Defeat the beast, save the town, win the day. I shall not sleep if you say no.
Then I guess we'll have to do it. The depths of a volcano, right? We'll go see what we can find.
Thank you, boy. And be careful, yes?
Well, that's convenient. We need to go there anyways. Let your light shine. You will vanquish the monster within the volcano for me, yes? I know you will. Your light is the same as that emitted by those travelers long ago. We get Genji armor for this. I'm assuming it's pretty obvious that he is making a reference to the old Heroes of Light from 50 years ago. So, I mean, he's a blind man who can visibly see the blessing of light on people, which is honestly pretty impressive. So, let's go ahead and head over there. Not much for it. Pretty easy to get to this volcano area. Regarding the rare monsters of Holograd, obviously we have a quest to go take down Zeus. There is another quest for a second rare monster here, and then there's just a third one that kind of hangs around. I think we'll probably tackle those other 2 rare monsters next time, but for right now, let's focus on this dungeon, which also means I am going to put on Divining Rod so I can actually see what I need to grab. Here, this is also another dungeon that has a different rendition of a dungeon music. And this is also the second dungeon where you can take advantage of Dungeon Master. Yeah, it has been forever since I've been able to say that. But yeah, finally, it's this in the Miasma Woods. We can finally take advantage of Dungeon Master in another dungeon. It just took basically the rest of the game. Again, I really don't like this passive. It just kind of sucks. I mean, I'll put it on just so we can get mileage out of it, despite the fact that I do not like this passive. It kind of just sucks. Let me go ahead and put this on her. That way she can at least heal us. Do I still draw specialty 2 on her? I do not. Well, let's go ahead and put it on her, I guess. Just so we have more MP. There we go. Alright, open up this chest. 5 bomb arms. I don't think that'll come in handy in a fire-based dungeon, but you know what? I will work with what I've got. Okay, we've already got a few enemies who are scared of us. Yep, alright. We'll just try to make this quick as possible. There's a lot I want to do today. So we'll just kind of meander around here. I guess while I'm running around, I'll go ahead and talk about a few things. So for one, I want to go ahead and talk about the side quests from this later half portion of the game. I vastly prefer this segment of the game when it comes to side quests, because most of them, I would say about maybe a little under half actually, but still a considerable chunk of them are actually involved side quests with cutscenes and stories and places to explore, things to fight. It's a lot more engaging and exciting, and it builds out the world in a constructive manner that makes it feel more alive and worth exploring. And so it was definitely this later half that really made me appreciate this game's side quests, even if I have been very critical of... Ooh, we got the peak bonus! I just saw 8,000 peak right there. Even though I have been very critical of this game's side quests for the most part, this latter half has definitely been a very nice treat. And, you know, honestly, this is usually the segment of the game that I remember whenever I think about side quests, and I think that's worth something. Now, we should be running into the Gyukis here soon as well. I don't think that's them. I believe they're Minotaur-like enemies. Yep, there they are. And I also think they're beasts, so let's see if we can't get a few enemies here. I mean, okay, technically speaking, they're only going to drop one item, so this might not actually be the best idea, but I'm going to do it anyways because I'm stubborn, and I have already used the item, so I might as well just try it out. Also, we're going to see the advantages of the Brave Bearer's extra BP bonuses from Adrenaline, because he could just keep fighting constantly during consecutive battles. Okay, yeah, we got a Bloom Springstone, but it'll only be one of them, so honestly, I might just turn off my beast flesh by, like, doing plant food. I don't think there's going to be any plant monsters in here, so we can just turn off that treat and cancel it out with another one. I guess I could try to find more Gyukis in other random encounters, but I think it'd be better if I just looked for Gyuki enemies roaming around. That way, I don't have to play the guessing game here. Is there anything over here? Yeah, there is. I think this is actually the way to progress. Oh well, worth checking out. Let's see here. I will say, something I will get into a little bit more detail whenever we're talking about New Game Plus. Spoilers if you didn't think this game would have New Game Plus, it does. Something I will go into a little bit more detail about is my opinions on just how fast things have actually been going these past, I don't know, what, 20 episodes? This is what, episode... Oh, that's loud. This is like episode, what, 63, 64? I would need to check again. But these past, like, 20 episodes have been moving super duper fast. And I mean, I've been trying to make these episodes as composite as possible as to not hit another 100 episode extravaganza like my previous Bravely Default series was. I still think I could have done that way better. But, it definitely, this game definitely does start to move really fast in its later half. And I guess as a main point that I would like to make about that, and again, I'll go into more detail later. It definitely reeks of pandemic issues because this game was at the height of its development during, you know, global lockdown and whatnot. So that definitely had an effect on this game's development, and you can definitely feel it in the Switch version because the Steam version is significantly more polished. Even if it doesn't have more content for you, this game is significantly a much better game to play on the PC version, and it's not even close. So it definitely feels like this was more intended to be the actual final product compared to the Switch version. I mean, it was a 7-month gap between the releases, so they had time to, you know, work on it. But regardless of that, there's definitely a feeling of incompleteness in certain aspects of this game that, again, I will go into more detail later. Now, right here, lots of geysers that I'm just going to completely ignore. I can see that we are getting closer and closer to the red baseball diamond of holiness, but I think I actually might have just backtracked, like, really hard. Yep, I just went in a big circle, but that's okay with me. I'm looking for the Yukis here. Hey, finally level 10 on Gambler after, like, losing out on JP for most of these fights. I finally got her to level up on that. There we go. We've got 5 Bloom Springstones from the Yukis, and now we need to find ourselves the monster at the end of the volcano, so I will walk that way. Actually, we've got some treasure chests to find. Starting right at the very entrance and taking a right, you will find this treasure chest right here, giving us a remedy. I've already grabbed that one. I think that was the JP orb. So let's go back to the teleport pad. We should be able to find some stuff pretty quickly. Let's take a left here. I don't think I've gone into this little geyser area. I have not. What does this have? Teleport stone. Okay, well, that works out. And then we go up here. I think there was a chest right here that I just kind of ignored. Of course, it has a surprise for us. What will it be?
Watch out, guys.
Oh, just a bunch of uniconies. Okay, the rat bits are moving up in the world. What you got for me? Ooh, that's really loud. Whew. That was really loud, but hey, we got wizard robes. Why was that so loud? I mean, geysers are pretty loud just in person, yeah, but wow, okay. And there's another treasure chest. Of course there's geysers here. There's another treasure chest a bit to the east of that other chest that we just grabbed with the wizard robes.
Okay.
Okay. Metal wiki. Let's see if we can't Giga Gravity these things to death. Come on, land it. Okay, we got it. Ooh. Got ourselves 300 JP for that. Nice. Yeah, really loud. Got ourselves a staff, though. Let's check that out. I guess we can look at it on Adele. Gambantane. I'm gonna go with that. Gambantane. A staff originally offered to a giantess in order to woo her. Interesting. I think I'll pass up on that for right now. And then I think from this point onward, we can just kind of head north and just follow the path. If I remember right. All the treasure chests are done with. So that looks like an arena to me over there. And yep, there's a save pad. So I'll go ahead and make some quick adjustments because you guys know the drill. I mean, we are here to track down a monster, so you can probably guess what's coming up next. Okay, I've made my adjustments to my team. Something I do want to mention specifically about this is to bring charm immunity. This will be very, very, very important. You do not want to get charmed here. It will suck. Also, I need to put shields on Elvis. I think that's kind of important, don't you think? Also, something I have been working on off-screen while technically I have been recording it, I've just been cutting it out. I have been working on the Bloody Shield progress. I think I've maybe gotten about 26 fights down. It'll be a while before we get any real mileage out of that, I can guarantee you. Let's go ahead and just get Elvis some decent immunities here, and we'll just see what we can do with this. Let's go.
I feel it. It crackles, burns. Tonight, the bright, beautiful, blazing, bothersome light of 50 long years ago. It has returned. You have returned.
What do you mean?
But I shall not be burned by the same flame twice.
I mean, it probably doesn't help that we have two people that look like Sir Sloan, but you know what? We're not gonna worry about that. Here we go. This is a big scary man. Alright, what are you all about? You are definitely very intimidating. You even got 4 friends with you there. This is Dverger. Okay, and then we have, I'm assuming it's Dverger and Goetia, because it's just G and then Oatia. So Goetia? Alright, well anyways, we've got people to examine, so let's go ahead and defend the team while we work on this. And then we've got Adele here on Bard. Let's go ahead and actually first examine Dverger here. Lots of HP here, but also not as much as we've already fought against, but because of our current situation where he has a bunch of ads, I can see why he doesn't have as much. About 9,000 HP on the ads there, and as you can see, they have a charm-based ability. Again, this is why I suggest you bring charm immunity, because it would be very, very annoying without it. Because these guys only have about 9,000 health, so a full round of Giga Gravity should be more than enough to deal with them. There we go. Thankfully, Counter Savvy removes any real issue with the counter from Dverger there. My apologies if I'm mispronouncing that. I didn't have it in my research notes to be like, make sure you pronounce this right, so I'm assuming it didn't matter to me at the time. Let's go ahead and half elixir here, just to get a little bit of extra MP back, and then we'll go ahead and apply a Rampart. There is a counter based on applying buffs, which is kind of unfortunate, but it really shouldn't be too bad. Let's go ahead and also apply Dawn of Odyssey, that way we can get more BP as the fight goes on. Terminus Est, that will bring back another ad, which is a little frustrating. They have full HP as well, so that kind of gives you an idea that he's going to be just going on the offense here no matter what we do. Let's go ahead and just Neo Cross Slash it. I'll only do 2, I think, because yeah, they're going to die pretty fast. I do want to try and get to Adele's turn so I can at least buff myself. So we're going to be trying to do that. I guess I could try doing some Victory Smites to see how much damage I'm doing. Not much. Ooh, there's the Confuse, which is a little unfortunate. We've got time before we get to Elvis's turn again, so I can worry about that later. Shadow Nova, which is just a bunch of AoE. The End, another big AoE. Thankfully, we do have Gloria here who can rectify all of this. Elvis is unfortunately still confused. And since I can't get rid of that, we're just going to have to grab an Element Cleanser. So let's go ahead and just heal everyone up. I'm going to then Rampart, actually, a little Velation the team. I'll have Gloria cure herself again. There we go. Now we're a little bit healthier. And then I'm just going to go on the offense here, take advantage of these Neo Cross Slashes, and then ideally just wrap him up here. Yep. Yeah, we are. I mean, we already proved ourselves to be stronger than Sir Sloan, so of course, you know, whenever they couldn't finish the job, we will.
Reduced to ashes again! No! No! The old light! The new light! The same light! It burns! Burns! But know this! Where there is light, there is shadow! I shall rise again! Blaze again!
Man, what was his problem? Anyway, looks like we took him down. Hopefully he isn't an issue again anytime soon. So, we can go talk to the old man again. Let's head that way. Nothing else for us here. Hey there, buddy. Let's go ahead and see what you have to say.
Hello again, sir. We're back.
Ho, ho, ho. So I see. And you return victorious, yes. I saw it, saw the shadow recede, the blackness pass. You have done well, boy. The city is safe thanks to you. Ho, ho, ho.
I was wondering if I could ask you something. You mentioned seeing the same light as you see in me in some other travelers?
Oh, yes. 50 years ago it must be now. 4 fine young companions. And from them poured a light so bright, so perfect, as to be almost crystalline.
Crystalline, huh?
Oh, yes, oh, yes. A light so beautiful, I came to name them for it the Heroes of Light. For their brightness was enough to pierce the darkness of even a blind man's eyes. Enough to bring hope to a world assailed by shadows. Ho, ho, ho! And do you know, the name stuck, spread even, yes. And now it shall be yours too. You must take the name, become the Heroes of Light. For the brightness you have brought into the darkness of my world is the same.
Oh, we couldn't possibly.
Oh, but you can, and you will, yes. Ho, ho, ho. Why, even your diffident manner echoes that of one who came before you. The swordsman, yes, he too was wont to hide his light under a bushel. Ho, ho. And yet he and his companions went on to greatness, and their tale was told across the land. I hope soon to hear the tale of your adventures too. Oh yes! Ho, ho, ho.
So, that's the origin of the name of the Heroes of Light. Pretty impressive! And it is a little sentimental that we were talking to him as the Brave Bearer on Seth. That just kind of made everything even better. Heroes of the past. So, the monster in the volcano was beaten 50 years back too. Aye, and for little more than gratitude as far as I can tell. There's some bafflingly selfless sorts in this world, eh? Heh, yeah, and you're one of them. I've lost count of how many times we've done people favors for free since I started hanging out with you. Aha! Now that you mention it, we do our fair share of good turns, eh? Then I guess you're bafflingly selfless too. Hey, I don't do it deliberately. I just forget to ask, you know? Well, I agree with the baffling part at least. By the way, was anyone else intrigued by what the old man said? About the 4 fine young companions from 50 years ago? You really think it was Sir Sloan and the others? I'd like to believe so, yes. It's nice to think that others have fond memories of him too. I mean, he named them the Heroes of Light, and Sloan and crew were Heroes of Light. It seems like there's not really much room for error there. Anyways, there we go. That should be most of the Holograd quests done. Hey, we also maxed out our exploration. Let's go check it out. The last quest here in Holograd is pertaining to a rare monster around here, and so I'll get to that when I get to it. But in terms of like major quests, we are done here in Holograd now too. Let's see what else we got here. More JP orbs. I mean, I'll take it. 30 JP from those small JP orbs. That's great. I got lost in a big forest for a really, really, really long time. Holy crap. Huh. I think we can probably get one more exploration before we end off the game. Depends on how much more stuff I have to do for the next episode. Anyways, speaking of that, I want to go and hunt down Zeus. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep with my current team, though I probably will switch off the Lockets again real quick. Also, I didn't think I went over this. We got the Normalizer from the previous episode, a device which helps prevent the enemy from feeling brave. When equipped, reduces the likelihood of enemies feeling brave by 25%. That is a battle effect that will give the enemy an extra 1 BP at the start of battle. So there's just a chance that the enemies will not get this if they trigger the requirement to do so. Okay, as I pointed out earlier, Zeus can be found in the northern end of the Holograd map. One thing I do want to say as I was building out my team, Seth has finally hit 999 physical attack power with my current setup. So, yep, Madman is going hard on that damage. Obviously, this isn't really necessary for taking down a lot of enemies, but I just like seeing a big number go burr, okay? I'm a simple man. Anyways, here is Zeus, another rare monster. And honestly, this is, in my opinion, the weakest of the Holograd rare monsters, so we shouldn't have too many issues. 95,000 HP, weak to dark swords and spears, so you can already tell this man is going to suffer. Even without fully buffs, we can do quite a bit of damage here. Now, he does counter heroic abilities with an AoE attack, which can be a little annoying, and also very, very loud. But we can just heal that up, no problem. Go! And then Del, we can go ahead and just hurt so bad here. And then whenever we are fully buffed, we can then just shut up and dance Seth. There we go. And then we'll just send Seth back into the fight here. Getting the extra encore magic, not always a bad thing. And we should be able to wrap this up pretty fast. Yep, there we go. This is definitely one of the more farmable rare monsters. And I got Pantheon's Wrath. Okay. Not exactly what I wanted, but you know what? Hey, there's Zeus taken down. Let's go ahead and go back to Inderno, turn this in, and then I might come back here and at least farm that fight a little bit because there is an item that I want from them. Hey there, buddy. I don't believe it. You actually managed to beat Zeus, and he'll respawn in about 2 minutes anyways. I'll go just kill him again. Oh, thank you. We're safe at last. What a relief. Again, he'll respawn, but you know what? I'll let you have this. You're on the opposite side of the world anyway, so you'll be okay. I should have never given up hope, no matter how powerful he was. There's nothing we can't do if we put our heads together, eh? I mean, look, we managed to make the Snowy Land our home, didn't we? You taught me a valuable lesson here. I won't be forgetting it. Thanks. I didn't do anything, but you know what? Good for you, man. And then, our Gyuki quest we can turn in. Finally, there you are. My back seized up something terrible. I've been frozen to the blessed spot. But if I chuck a few of the old Bloom Spring stones in a lovely hot bath, the minerals will soon start to do their work. A nice long dip is sure to do my back a world of good. Much obliged for the help there. Will you hop in with me, maybe? There's plenty of room. Ah, sure now, don't be shy. Okay, I think we need to make our distance from this, old person. Carriage man, take me away! I think I actually might scratch that in terms of farming Zeus and actually just go and take down another one of these rare monsters. Now, this one I would definitely recommend that you have access to Doom immunity. I'm going to try it without it because I plan to just hunt it down real fast. But right here on the southwestern corner of the map, well, not the immediate southwestern corner, but a little bit to the north of the entrance to the Magma Mountain, is this rare monster right here. This one's a little bit stronger. This is Susanoo. Let's go ahead and see what you're all about. 162,000 HP, a little bit tankier. Weak to light and staves. I also believe that he is immune to sword, not immune to, but I think he resists sword damage. So I'm going to maybe swap around the weapons here a little bit. He does counter guardian abilities. I didn't think he'd be able to do that. His weapon attack does have dread tied to it, which is also very frustrating. Let's see if we can't get our attacks boosted. And then I think I'm gonna shut up and dance Seth and just kind of go and experiment here for a little bit. There we go, we get lots of buffs. Shut up and dance, we've got a huge 76% damage increase. Let's swap out our weapons here. Let's get the powder shoe here, and then let's get like, well, yeah, let's just do another axe. Let's bring in a giant axe, there we go. And let's just send some cross slashes. There we go. All right, no half damage, we're good. Though my aim just got completely gutted, and so we didn't hit him as much as I wanted to. Unfortunately, right there, Elvis got one shot by a attack that instant kills you if you have dread, so we'll just get it up. There we go. And then we have Elvis back up. Let's go ahead and use Limit Break here. Let's get this attack boost.
Alrighty, I've got this.
141 damage, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the buff.
Got to keep the ball rolling.
And then we're going to shut up and dance Seth again. Oh, we got the won't be missing you. Let's go, the aim bonus. Okay, Neo Cross last time again. Very, very exciting strategy, I know. Balefo Bellow. Don't like that. It's just group-wide dread. We're gonna have to get rid of that for sure. We're just gonna have to use remedies, I think. Or balsams, that works too. This seems really good. I know I've played it like a little bit, and you've definitely heard it over the course of the journey, but I just have to say, this game definitely has my favorite array of special move themes. And so, and Elvis's is definitely high up there. But I really, really like all 4 of these themes. If I had to pick a favorite and least favorite, I think it would probably be Seth is my favorite and Adele is my least favorite in terms of special move themes. But honestly, I really like all of them. These are all really, really good.
Okay then.
He's defaulting. You know what? Screw it. I'm a stubborn bastard, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just kill him through his default. There we go.
I'll never forget this little journey we've all been on together.
Aw, making me sentimental, Elvis. Hey, he dropped a Mal Medworth. We've got 2 of those now. Very exciting. If I were to equip both of those, can I actually? I mean, it boosts my weight even more than already here. I get extra stats if I have access to Catastrophe, so it actually might be better if I just do that, rather than just dual-wielding Mal Medworths, so we'll just stick with that for right now. Anyways, there's one extra rare monster that I wasn't planning on taking down today, so let's do one more, I think. But it won't be here in Holograd. Let's go to Halcyonia and wrap up the last quest found there. And of course, yeah, it's tied to a rare monster. Now this one actually took me a little while to find on my first playthrough. I knew I was missing one because I was keeping track of how many quests I was doing. But if you go into the throne room here and then take a left towards the gallows, or not the gallows, the prison area, there will be this little girl right here. Wow, Granddad! They got my granddad! That big scary walking tree killed my granddad. People are saying it was punishment from the god of trees, but I just don't believe it. Please, please, beat that horrible tree up for me. What is it with children losing their parents to these rare monsters? I mean, of course, there's got to be a reason for us to go after these things, so you know what? There you go. The god of trees. We got Chaos Blade for this. So, let's go ahead and hunt it down. I'm going to real quick heal, though. I just realized my MP is really taking a beating here. I think we're going to stick to the same build for right now. It seems to be working to take down these rare monsters within a reasonable amount of time. If you want to find the God of Trees, you need to go towards that optional dungeon, or the Hydrangea Hills, but instead of going through the upper path, you want to deviate and take a right here at the bridge. Doing so will lead you onto the side path that we've been on a few times to grab some treasure chests, but on the back end here is the God of Trees itself. It's pretty difficult to miss.
Guess it's my turn.
Here we go. This is a Treant, followed with a few fresh Forklings that really aren't that bad, and also, they don't respawn like the dungeon boss, so we can actually just take them down real fast with a few Giga Gravities and wrap this up. Here we go. All of them are dead. We get all our BP back. Perfect. And then we are going to start Defender of the Peopling because this Treant does hit like a truck. I mean, it is a giant tree just throwing its thick branches at you. Yeah, no wonder it hits like a truck. Also, it has a lot of HP. 282,520 HP, weak to lightning, darkness, and axes. So we will be swapping Seth's weapons around for later. We're going to go ahead and start singing. Again, we're going to be doing our little trick here. But we are going to increase our aim just a little bit. That way we don't need to worry about missing all of our attacks, hopefully. But we'll see how well that goes. I do have a special move, but real quick, let's go ahead and swap our weapons around. He is not weak to fire, unfortunately, despite being a tree, so Flare Hatchet isn't going to be any better here. Let's just get the Giant Axe in here. And you know what? Screw it. Let's do a limit break here. Get that attack boost further, and then whenever Seth's turn comes around again, we'll just mow this guy down.
Here we go.
Let's see how much damage this does with the attack boosts. 38,000 damage without even a single crit. Yep, that sounds about right. This move is really, really, really good. Let's go ahead and defend again. We have Gloria's turn up. Let's go ahead and apply the Rampart strategy, and then we'll just heal her up. Actually, well, Elvis is a little low, too, so let's just Kiraga everyone. There we go. Got that extra shield. We'll actually just bodyguard Adele, since she's the weakest party member in terms of defenses. We will boost our attack power again, and then we'll just... Actually, no, we'll just do that. We'll just do one extra. Go ahead and default with Gloria, and then go over to Elvis, Seth's turn, and Neo Cross Slash her way to victory. Look at all of that damage. Yeah, really, really, really strong combination here. That really can't go wrong, especially if the enemy just counters heroic abilities or physical attacks. You just apply Counter Savvy, and you can just dodge a lot of stuff. Let's boost that again, and then let's just go ahead and do that. It'll be fine. He's defaulting a lot, actually. I'm kind of scared now. Let's just continue to bodyguard Adele. Gloria's turn, we'll just continue to default. There's a group-wide Dread, which is a little frustrating. Neo Cross Slash, lots of damage, 20,000 HP left. Bodyguard Adele. And we'll go ahead and hurt so bad and then shut up and dance Seth, because I think if we can get around to his turn fast enough, we should be able to just take this down even without the buffs. Yep, cool.
Our journey's nearly at an end.
Hey, there we go. Elvis is now maxed out Brave Bearer. And we also got the Rongomiant? If I mispronounce it, I'll put a little edit here or something. Anyways, let's check out that spear real quick. Let's do it on Seth. A legendary spear used by the mighty king of myth to strike down traitors. It's actually pretty strong. And yeah, it gives a little bit of extra critical chance, a little bit more speed. Okay, I mean, this is not bad. It also looks pretty cool, too. Look at that. A really cool looking spear. But I'm going to be sticking with my Mal Medworth and Catastrophe because I'm a sword guy. I like swords. But anyway, let's go report to that little girl. Hey, we're back. This wasn't too bad, thankfully. You did it, you did it. You beat that tree. Wasn't really the tree god, was it? No, it can't have been. My granddad loved trees. He took care of them and planted lots and lots of seedlings. My granddad was a true friend of the forest, and the real tree god knows that. I'm sure of it. Well, let's hope so. Otherwise, I guess we can confirm that we've killed God, or at least a god. You know what? We can just add that to our resume. It'll be fine. But anyways, I think that is a decent stopping point for today. We did quite a bit, and there really isn't much left for us to do. Next time on Bravely Default 2, we wrap up every little thing we haven't done already, including rare monsters, leveling up some stuff, and a few smaller quests. Along with some very, very important bits of lore that will help us find out how to stop the Ninth Nexus for good, or at least learn about our enemy a bit more. So, with that said, I'll see you soon.